First, in the Texas state capital, Austin, a gunman launched a ferocious one-man war against official buildings today, firing more than 100 rounds at a federal courthouse, the Mexican consulate, and Austin police headquarters. Let's get the latest details now from CNN's Victor Blackwell. Victor, what can you tell us?
Several new developments within the last hour, Brianna. We now know the suspect's name, Larry McWilliams. We're told by Austin Police Department that he is now 49 years old, a white male who lived there in Austin. And this is something that they say happened at a time when the streets of downtown Austin were crowded because it was a holiday. Just after 2 a.m. local, the bars had closed and everyone flushed to the streets there. They started getting the calls around 2:22 of so many shots fired that the callers thought that there was some automatic weapon or there was some machine gun involved. We're told that police believe he fired more than 100 rounds at the Mexican consulate, at the Austin Police Department headquarters, also at that new federal courthouse there. We're told that there were also cylinders inside the van of this suspected shooter that they thought were explosives. There were no explosives at the home, but the question now is why? Well, we heard from the police chief there, and he blames, quite possibly, the political discourse in the country.
If you look at a person shooting up the Mexican consulate, and then the federal building, there's a pretty, and this is all speculation, but when you look at the national debate right now about immigration, that certainly comes to mind. And one of the things that frustrations as an American for me and as a police officer and a police chief is that sometimes our political discourse becomes very heated and sometimes very angry, and sometimes the rhetoric is not healthy.
Now, this all ended when a sergeant who was outside the police department, who was really securing the horses from the mounted unit at night, in one hand held the reins of the horses, saw the shooter, heard the shots, and with his other hand fired a single shot in the direction of McWilliams. Now, the medical examiner will have to determine if it was the officer's shot or self-inflicted gun wound that killed him. We can also tell you one other update. The home, the apartment of McWilliams was searched. No explosives found there, Brianna.
All right, that is good to know. We've been wondering that all day today. Victor Blackwell, thank you so much.